All right, well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of Flock of Geeks Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Defense. Alongside me is
Kester.
Welcome back, Kester. I'm glad you could join us on the show today.
I'm glad to be here. Happy to be here.
We got a pretty good show for you. We got some news, of course, some gaming news.
Yeah, slow week for news, though.
Nothing stuck out.
Nothing like the game trailer's devastation of last week.
No, maybe that's a good thing, though.
Yeah, it's still making me sad. Like, I'm sitting at work, and I'm like, I'm going to look at some video game stuff. Type in game trailers. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep, I even sadly went on. I clicked the app to look at their Street Fighter review, and it just didn't open.
Yeah, it wasn't there, was it?
Sadly deleted it right then and there.
Yeah.
Then we are going to do some games we're playing, and then we're going to do a list of, not really a list, but just to talk about our favorite enemies that we like to fight and hate to fight.
Yes.
And then
the scrubs of the world.
And then everyone, we do have a Kester Drunken Thought for the week.
Yes.
So get ready.
And then heavy Street Fighter talk as well.
Yeah, that'll be probably within the news, I'm guessing. Well, yeah, within the news.
Oh, games we're currently playing as well.
Yeah, we'll get in there. So, all right, let's start off with some news.
Okay, shoot.
Destiny 2, you said it's coming out?
Yes, I did hear they announced Destiny 2. Nothing on it yet. I don't know if I care. Do you care?
No, it's worth noting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that do care. Maybe I'm going to give it a chance. I don't know.
It depends. It depends on what they do.
Yeah, because, I mean, I never played it. I mean, after the first expansion, I was done. So maybe if they add a lot of stuff, but really they need to get the multiplayer, like, better, I think, and make it less like a job.
Yeah, seriously. I didn't even get the first expansion. I stopped way before that.
Really?
Yeah, they took away the loot cave, and it was the only thing that made me happy, so I just moved on.
Yeah. I will say I had some fun playing the, like, multiplayer, like, deathmatch, but it got to a point where I felt like I wasn't playing enough because I didn't have enough, like, the guns I needed. Like, people had better equipment than you. It was a better advantage. And the shotgun was too powerful, I thought.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So it was just like you were getting shotgun and fusion rifled.
I thought the fusion rifle was a little OP as well.
Yeah, and it would have been different. Like, it was supposed to be special ammo, but you could just get as much as you wanted, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, it wasn't too special.
So if they actually had made it special, that might have helped. But then the powers got to be out of control. So there was just a lot of, like, you just died in one shot too much in that game.
Now, in the multiplayer, did they actually have an option to play without anything, just like a straight versus without any special, like, abilities or anything?
No, not that I recall.
See, that would have been okay. I would have probably played that, actually.
Yeah. Like they said, all the guns were, like, evened out when you went into versus, but, like, bonuses weren't. So if a gun had bonuses, so if you had, like, you were level 32 with, like, legendary weapons, it was too much of an advantage, I think.
Yeah, they have a lot to work to fix for me to play it again.
But I genuinely thought the gunplay and everything was fun. It just...
Yeah, I mean, the gameplay itself was solid.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. It was just, that's all there was for me.
Yeah,
and I'd play something else. I'd rather play something else.
Yeah, very true. I will give it a chance. I'll say that, but I'm probably not going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm gonna be wary. I'm not gonna buy it on day one. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see if they do tons of season passes, which I'm sure they will.
Yeah, check out the reviews, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably give it like a month after it releases to maybe check it out.
Yeah.
So, okay, Destiny 2. All right, well, let's just get into the thick of it then.
All right.
So, we got some bullshit season passes coming out.
Yes, I heard about this one.
But, everyone, just a moment of silence. It's for Dark Souls 3.
I know, I can't believe it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they were one of the ones that weren't doing it.
I trusted them.
I know,
like,
I really
with my
did.
life.
They were my faves.
The thing is, it astounds me. Okay, first of all, I'm livid about it. I think it's complete crap. And like you said, I thought they were going to be the ones that would never do it. They came from such humble backgrounds. Like, no one knew their game. And, like, it got this cult following. And then everyone jumped on the bandwagon, and they started getting tons of publicity, and then Bloodborne was huge.
Yeah.
And I thought with that, they'd see the light. Like, Bloodborne was giant. Dark Souls 3 is going to be just as big or bigger because it's...
multi-platform.
Exactly. And I think they just thought they could just slide right in there, pretend like no one would notice.
Yeah, they thought we wouldn't see it. That, no one would notice. And here's the thing. If you look at the DLC in Dark Souls 2, it was really good, but it was like 3 of them and they were all $10.
Yeah, this is $50.
This is $50. And if they're as long, like let's say they release 3 of them and they're about as long as the ones in Dark Souls 2, that's going to be a ripoff.
Well, first of all, we know how many there are actually.
Oh, we do? How many are there?
Yeah, on the Xbox store, I think it was in Australia or somewhere.
That's how it got leaked.
Yeah, it got leaked onto one of the consoles stores, the Xbox, and it claims, this is what it says, there's going to be 2 DLC packs. New maps, bosses, enemies, and additional weapons/armor sets. That's the quote.
Yeah, so just DLC.
Yeah, just 2.
Just 2.
That's all there's. So packs. So first of all, I think that's terrible. That's literally $25 for each, which is kind of unheard of.
That's more than they usually are. And on top of that, how long are they going to be? Because you're expecting, I'll pay $60 for a game, and it's probably going to be what, 20 hours, somewhere over that.
Yeah, I'm sure if the first time we play through it, it'll take us a while because it's hard and we got to find stuff. But yeah, I'm going to say between 20 and 30.
Yeah, between 20 and 30 hours. And then for $50 more, you're releasing content that maybe is 10 hours?
Maybe.
That's not good.
No, it's not at all. And it's the best thing about Dark Souls, in my opinion, was just how many armor sets there were. You could collect so much stuff. You get so many weapons, magic too. But like, this is really kind of, they're probably going to just string it out throughout all the DLCs, and if you don't buy it, you're not going to get all the cool shit.
Yeah, because I will say in Dark Souls 2, like, they added a lot of weapons in the DLC and some armor sets, but none of it was spectacular. None of it was better than anything in the actual game, except for maybe one ring.
I bet that this isn't the case. I bet it's awesome stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, better, like way better versions of things because it's so much money.
Yeah, and I mean, they'll have to do it that way, like the best armor sets in the DLC, the best weapons in the DLC, or you wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, and it's a catch-22 because you don't want to buy it, and you don't want to support that. Well, at least I don't, personally. I'm not going to buy it day one. But then again, it's like, it feels like you're ripped off because you want all that kind of stuff. You're a huge Dark Souls fan. You want to experience everything they have to offer, but you don't want to pay $110 for it. You know?
Yeah, you don't. And they were one of the ones that the first DLC for the original Dark Souls was really good. It was $20. It was very long, added a ton of stuff. The second one, yeah, there were 3 of them, but they were only $10 a piece, if I recall.
Yeah, they were. I think they're only $10.
Yeah, and I was not, with how long they were all about 4 hours. $10, I'm fine with that. And then Bloodborne had the best DLC arguably ever, and it was only $20. Now you're season passing us.
I know, and that's the other thing. What I appreciate about Bloodborne, I'm not against expansions and adding things to the game afterwards. If it does well, that's what happened with Bloodborne. It did really well, so they're going to, expand upon the game. But with Dark Souls 3, they don't know it yet. It hasn't even been released, and they're already planning this stuff. Like, Bloodborne totally was like, okay, here's the game. It's full. It's worth $60. It's amazing. Let's see how it does. Okay, it's doing really well. We'll make an expansion now. And then they work on it. Like this, they're obviously working on DLC already because they know.
Well, they know it's going to be a hit. Like, the other ones, like Dark Souls 1 and 2 had like a cult following, but then they exploded with Bloodborne. Mm-hmm. And now they just know people are going to buy Dark Souls. They're going to buy the DLC. So let's slide in that season pass real quick. Ugh. And it's a shame. It's because I'm going to want to play the DLC probably.
Well, I'll see. I mean, if it comes out that it's only a couple hours long, I don't know if I will.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if it's 10 hours, $50, hell no.
No, exactly. And the other thing, too, is with the season pass, what they're doing is they're giving you the 2 expansions, but they're also giving you all the armor sets and all the weapons and everything that comes out. Well, what if one of those you just don't like? Like, you don't even want it. but you already bought it. So you're going to get it, and you're probably never going to use it. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a shame to see them go this route.
And I'm scared that since it was such a huge hit, it's going to turn into like an annual game.
I mean, it already is turning into an annual game, and I mean, we'll see if it suffers. Like, maybe they have two teams where one's working on Bloodborne, one's working on Dark Souls, and they just alternate them every year.
I mean, they definitely have enough money now to capitalize on the franchise and get a bigger team for it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's going to be as good or better. I hope the passion doesn't go away, because those games you can just feel the passion behind everything that in the game.
Yeah, you really can. It doesn't feel like it's mass, like, shot out real quick.
Yeah, it doesn't.
To meet quotas.
Exactly. And I'm afraid that this season pass is kind of an early warning sign for that. Because they're already it's like they're already doing it for money now at this point.
Yeah, and the thing about Dark Souls is you don't want it to become the next Assassin's Creed.
No, you don't. Like,
I want Dark Souls at this point forever, but I need that quality to be up there, and I'd rather them take the time to do it.
Yeah, I'd rather it come out like, I mean, maybe one every couple years, because then you have enough time to play the other one.
Yeah.
Like, you could play Dark Souls. You played that for, like a year and a half, and then Bloodborne came out, and then you played that for a year, and now you're getting Dark Souls 3, and I don't know.
I'm sure as soon as, Dark Souls 3 comes out, give it a couple months, we're going to get Bloodborne 2 news, because there's no way you don't make a sequel to that game. It was hugely successful.
Yeah, I hope they do.
Oh, I'm sure they will, but that's a tough act to follow as well.
It really is, and especially if you're splitting the team apart. I'd rather everyone work on the same game, because it'll be bigger, better, and more polished.
Yeah, because, I mean, Dark Souls 2 a lot of people argue wasn't as good as Dark Souls 1 because of the atmosphere and everything, but it still took them a while. Everything looked amazing. It was a great game. But then Bloodborne hit, and it was fantastic. And I think people are now on this train, and they want to take advantage of it. It's the same thing that happened to Assassin's Creed. Like, Assassin's Creed 1 was fun. 2 was amazing. And then they're like, this is making millions of dollars. We got to release one every year. And it doesn't work. Like, it's not like a Call of Duty or a Halo where you're making new maps and new modes. And like, at least with a shooter, it makes sense because new maps,
you're playing it for the multiplayer.
Yeah.
It makes more sense to have it yearly and just polish it up like a sports game or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to do that with like these big budget open world franchise games.
Or, I mean, yeah, exactly. And just the linear experience will probably suffer because of it. And I'm just really sad.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I can't support it. I just hope everyone out there doesn't support it. I love Dark Souls 3 and I want them to keep making them. But I hope maybe for whatever reason people are like, you know what, screw this. I hope that the people who play Dark Souls are smarter than this. Because I feel like we're definitely a niche group. And we gave them we put them where they are today.
Yeah.
We rose those games to popularity. And I'm just afraid that we won't, stop this before it starts.
I don't think we'll have much of a choice there because...
Well, it's obviously coming for this one.
Yeah, it's coming on this one. Hopefully people buy the game but don't buy the season pass.
That's what I mean. Like, buy the game. Just don't buy the season pass.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, too, if it's a season pass, I just get scared because how long... It doesn't even specify how long it'll take for all this stuff to come out. Like, what if Bloodborne 2 comes out before all the DLC's done?
Yeah, or Bloodborne 2's even announced, because then you're not going to care.
Exactly.
Because we got Dark Souls 3 announced before the Bloodborne DLC came out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Sorry to bring everyone down.
Yeah, that's a sad topic.
It is, because, I trusted them.
Yeah.
Now I don't trust anyone.
No, they were one of the last bastions of sanity.
They really are. Yeah, I mean, Naughty Dog even. I don't even know if I trust them anymore.
Yeah, they used to be cool. Do they have a season pass for Uncharted 4?
I didn't even look. I'm afraid to even look at Uncharted.
Yeah, like, I'm actually just too sad about Uncharted to care.
Yeah, I haven't looked at anything. I don't even know if I'm going to pre-order it.
Yeah, I've just decided that, like, Uncharted was a part of my life, and that part is gone now. Like, it's okay.
It's like an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to let her go.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my
It was
love.
fun. Goodbye, my love.
Yes.
It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. Because I'm going to try to play 4. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
I'm still buying it. I'm still going to try. Maybe they'll do something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to pre-order. I'm not going to get on that bandwagon.
I don't pre-order anything. Like, what's the point? It's all, you just go in and get it.
Yeah.
Like, I've never gone in to get a game and then been sold out.
No, not anymore. It's the pre-order bonuses, but they're always stupid.
Yeah, I don't care. They're always dumb. It's like, pay $5 and you can get this outfit for Drake that looks dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Or,
and I don't care. And
or
you're not giving me anything in advance. Like Street Fighter, I reserved it because you get the beta. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it, so might as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Uncharted, it's like I don't care about a costume, especially if it's in single player or something.
Yeah, or like I remember you could get like gold AKs or something dumb.
Yeah, because I wouldn't even if I unlocked that, I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks terrible. Well, I guess we'll segue into Street Fighter 5.
Yes.
If you haven't noticed, I've seen advertisements all over the place for it. Actually,
Really?
yeah, like on the red boxes, there's posters of it and stuff.
Excellent.
But Street Fighter 5 has arrived. Everyone, it's come out a couple days ago.
Yeah, we got it. We played a ton of it the first day.
I figured this will kind of lead us into games we're playing. So we're playing Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, mainly playing Street Fighter 5. I think it is amazing.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of people that don't agree with us.
Really?
Well, I mean, general consensus is that it's not finished.
Well, I mean, that's a fair point because it's not.
Okay, I agree. But I don't know if it deserves what it's getting. I'm happy with it because I wanted it. I was sick of waiting, and I can play my friends on the couch, and I can play people online.
Yeah, and the rest of the stuff is coming. This isn't where they release a game and it's incomplete and they want us to buy a season pass. This is them going, here, the game's not going to be finished for a couple of months, but you could play it now.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm viewing it. They're just releasing what they got so that we can play it because everyone's tired of waiting.
And they're not going to recharge you or anything. It's like we could have waited 6 months for the completed game, or we could have been playing Versus for 6 months.
Yeah, and by that time, everyone will be better. I also heard that they kind of got it out there so that they could start tournaments.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I don't understand why that's a bad thing.
No, because EVO is in the summer. They probably want people to be good at it.
Yeah, exactly. They want to give a good show, and I kind of respect that they released it now.
And I mean, like I said, this would not be okay if they were charging you any money.
No, but they're not.
They're not.
They're just going to slowly update it, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, and just the game, if we're talking the game itself and none of the features nonsense and everything like that.
Purely fighting.
What
is it like?
It's a fighting game. I'd give it like 10.
Oh, yeah.
I would give it like a 9, 10. Like, if not, like, it is the best fighting game since Marvel vs. Capcom 3, if you ask me. And I would honestly say I kind of like it better.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I think it's more balanced. Like, I am really enjoying it. It reminds me a lot of Street Fighter Alpha 3. It looks great, plays great. And the combat and fighting, if looking at just that, it's a 10. I mean, features missing and all that, yeah, you could knock its score down, but I'm looking at fun factor, and how much fun was it?
Oh my gosh, we sat there. I downloaded it. You came over, and we played like 75 to 100 matches in one night.
We played from like 5 o'clock till 11.
Yeah, and it flew by, and I had tons of fun.
6 hours, just random selecting characters, and it was a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the most fun I've had playing a game in a long time.
And I honestly say, I think what I liked best about it was we were randoming, but every character was viable except Dulcim.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like you could do stuff with every character except Dulcim.
I mean, he'd put up a fight, but he's not going to be a top tier character. It's impossible. He is so slow. Oh my gosh.
I know, he was terrible. But we had fun. We didn't even look at any moves. We just figured things out as we went along.
Yeah, just helped each other out with figuring stuff out, and it was great.
The control is just fantastic.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. The graphics, art style is fantastic. I love the cast.
Mm-hmm. It is a good cast. It is.
So, I mean,
the level design. The music's freaking sweet.
Yeah, it's all hard rock music.
Well, I was playing a couple last night, and sometimes it's like old school, like original Street Fighter tracks.
Oh, that's sweet. I never heard that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that it's fine to release a game that isn't done if you're going to give me the rest of the game for free.
This is the chunk. This is what.
And this is a fighting game.
Yeah,
too.
this is what I don't get. People are bitching about this. But if you could have one feature in a fighting game, what would it be?
Versus.
It would be versus. Online and offline. And they gave you that. So I don't know what else you wanted. Like, you're going to play arcade for a little bit, but you're eventually going to just play versus all the time. So just deal with it. You're going to get the story later.
And do you really care that much about the story that it's going to knock your score down?
I know. Well, that's kind of...
This game has had everything Street Fighter has ever had except for arcade mode.
Mm-hmm, exactly. And then, I was going to say, they replaced that with survival mode, which... Did you play that at all?
No, but I know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I played through it, and it was fun. Like, this is what I really enjoyed about the game. First of all, like we said, the fighting is just perfect. So, that's that.
Yeah, that's all you have to get right.
Yeah, and then the survival mode's cool, because basically, the setup of the game is you can choose to always be searching for a match. And while it's searching for you, you can do other things, like train, survival mode, story. And if you're doing survival mode, it's just like, it reminds me of, it's just, what would you say? You just like play a ton of different people, okay? And you have the same bar of health the whole time. And then you get points for how well you do during the match. And then after the match, you can choose to spend the points to get better defense, get more HP, or like knock your health down for the next round to get more points. So it's kind of interesting. And for easy mode, there's like 10 matches. And then hard, normal, you get 30. Hard's 50, and then hell is 100. Yeah, I know.
That's a lot of matches.
It is. But the thing is, it's great. It's great to be doing that while you're waiting for people to play.
Yeah, instead of staring at a searching the screen.
Or even during training's good. Obviously, you want to train. But if you can play like computer and just wait and like get stuff for it, I'm all about that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. The only thing I wish the training mode had was some sort of like combo thing where it would
like teach you how to do stuff.
Teach you how to do stuff. That's the one thing I would say that kind of falls short. But for me, it doesn't really matter because I know enough about Street Fighter. But I think if you were coming in new,
yeah, I agree.
It doesn't teach you anything. I feel like it wants you to have already been a fan of Street Fighter, or at least have some fighting game knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that's the only people that are going to buy the game anyway.
Yeah, that's usually how Street Fighter is.
So it's like they're not even trying to pander to like an audience that isn't going to play it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say that the story mode, it was meh. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like you said, I don't really care that much, and they're going to be releasing more anyway. It took me an hour to beat everyone's story.
Wow.
Because each person has 2 to 3 matches, if that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like little animated cutscenes between each match, and it does like a little story arc for each person. And then you beat it, and then you get, I think you just get that. I don't think you get anything special for doing it.
Well, here's the thing, like even
you get a color for a costume.
Oh, okay, that's something at least. But here's the thing, like, if I bought this game and it had a story mode on there and an arcade mode and all this, do you know what I would do? I would go into training and practice until I found a match.
Exactly.
Like, that's all I would do anyway.
But since they're missing,
it's
people
a
are going to
huge
bitch
deal.
about it.
Yeah. Like, no, you would not give a shit if it was there. Like,
no, you just want to see it and be like, oh, I have that option. But an option you're never going to use.
Yeah, like if I have been playing fighting games my entire life. I don't think I've ever beaten an arcade mode outside of an actual arcade.
I know. Well, the other thing, too, is survival mode is arcade mode. It's just a different spin on it.
Yeah.
That's what people, I don't think, get. It is like, you play the first person, like on easy. You play until you get to 10, and Necalli's the end boss. And then on normal, the 30th match is M. Bison.
Which is a better end boss.
Oh, yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, there's an end boss. And you get something. When you beat it, you unlock, like I beat normal last night with Ryu. And I got like 3 costume colors.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like you beat the story, you get 1, and then I beat it on normal, and you got like 3 or 4.
Did you beat it with Karen so you could get more Karen costumes?
I beat 1. I beat it on easy with Karen, and I got 1. But no, I don't have like tons of them yet.
All right, so
Takes a while.
let's go more with because we were talking about like how we think it is fun. What do you like? Like who's your favorite character to play as?
I played as Ryu mostly all night last night.
Did you enjoy playing as Ryu?
I really did.
Okay.
At first, I'm like, and then I beat the survival mode with him, and by the time I got to the end of the normal survival, I was training with him a little bit, and then I ended up winning probably 60% of my matches online.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm getting used to him. I like him, and I also like Karen, but I haven't trained with her enough yet.
Yeah. I think you should just get it over with and main Zangief, but that's just my 2 cents on
He's gonna be my third.
Yeah, because when we were playing, your best character was just Zangief for some reason. I don't know. You're a beast of Zangief.
Because he's a tank. It's like I could just walk at you and just nothing hurts me.
Yeah.
And then I'll just power drive you.
Your Zangief was on point. I would say that. You should just main Zangief.
So what about you?
My favorite to play with was probably Karen. I thought she was the most fun. Followed, I would say I had a lot of fun with Laura. I thought she was great.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan.
Yeah.
I played her a little bit later that night, like yesterday, and I liked her a little more than I thought I did, but she gets some taken used to there.
And I will say you are right. I was not figuring out Cammy like I was trying to when I ran into it last night. I was trying to play with her, like practice with her. Maybe I just need more time with her, but I couldn't do much with her.
There's something about it.
Yeah.
There's something about her.
That's the one that makes me sad. She's not as good as I want her to be. Maybe she is. I'm just not there yet.
Yeah. I looked at a couple of her moves, and there's stuff that you wouldn't expect. Yeah. So just look at her moves and see if you can do anything. But every time I played a Cammy last night, I beat them.
Oh, okay.
With Ryu, so.
And I liked playing a lot as Fang, even though.
Silly bastard.
Yeah, he was
goofball.
He was the goofball. He was really hard to use, but I do think he was hilarious.
He's just so whaley and stuff that like when you're fighting him, it's hard to even know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm getting kneed twice. What's going on? I can't block it.
Yeah.
And he flaps around like a bird.
I had a lot of fun actually with most of the cast. I really liked Ken. I thought he was really good. I really liked Karen.
I'm going to say Ken is definitely really good and probably going to be top tier.
Yeah, it looks like when you were playing online, did you run into a lot of Kens?
Yeah. And I was going to say, he is so annoying to fight.
Yeah, because he's so good.
He can't, anything you do, he has a counter for it. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
And
I beat a couple, but most of the time I lost.
Charlie was cool too. I thought Nash.
Yeah, he was a lot better than I expected him to be too.
He was hard to use, but he was fun. He was fun to use.
He was.
Who would you say the least favorite to use?
Oh, Dhalsim.
Dhalsim. Okay, do you have a number 2, or you just
number
don't like?
2? Like I don't like to play. Nikali, definitely.
Yeah, I don't like Nikali either.
I think he has potential, but he's one of those characters that you kind of just have to stick with forever.
Yeah, and you really have to know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to. I just don't want it. I don't care.
Yeah, as far as characters, like I couldn't figure out like anything, like what to do with them at all. Nikali was one of them, and I would say Dhalsim was one of them.
Mm-hmm. Bison too, I'd say.
I actually started when I was playing last night against Dan. I kept randoming Bison over and over again, so I was actually learning some stuff with him.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I looked at some of his moves, and he has potential for sure. I'm just not used to charge characters.
Like he is really slow too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing is it is almost like a lot of the characters are really slow. Like Charlie's really slow, Zangief's really slow.
It's this weird
Dhalsim.
Like you're either really fast or really slow. And I feel like Ryu was the only one I could find that was kind of mid-range.
Yeah, he really is, because I'm trying to think. All the girls are fast.
Mm-hmm. Ken's fast.
What's the terrorist name?
Rashid.
Rashid.
Yeah, he's fast.
He's fast. I actually enjoyed playing as Rashid.
Yeah, he's not too bad.
Nah.
I just don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like the way he looks. I don't like anything about him, but he is fun to play. I would say that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, overall, I enjoyed playing as almost everyone except Dalsum.
Yeah, Nakali. I don't like it
Yeah.
either.
Other than that, I didn't care who I got.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. I had tons of fun. I'm happy with it. I think the bitching of the game is overboard. People are bitching to bitch. And everyone who's not defending the game, they're not because they're playing it.
Yeah.
You know, there's people bitching. So take that for what... If you love fighting games and you are a fan of Street Fighter at all, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a 10.
Yeah, it's the best fighting game I've ever played. And I'm not a huge fighting fan.
Honestly, it's... I'd have to... Because I've only had it, like, we played it, like, 2 days here.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say it's amazing. It's the best Street Fighter I've played since 3 or in Alpha 3.
I'm interested to see what happens in the upcoming months, just because usually you find those people, like people find shit out.
That's going to happen.
Oh, for sure.
Of course.
So I'm interested to see how that works.
Certain characters are probably going to need nerf. Like, we're already talking Ken seems too overpowered.
And that's kind of the good thing about games nowadays. They can patch it.
Yes.
So it's not like everyone plays Ken all the time.
Yeah, that's how the arcade turned out.
Yeah, exactly. So we won't have that, hopefully. But I did find something interesting that I don't know if you knew about. But there's currently no penalty for quitting during a match.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, casual, it doesn't matter. No one cares because they'll finish it because it's casual.
Yeah, ranked matches, people will quit.
Yeah, and they are. And if they quit, the other person doesn't get a win.
Yeah.
Like, so nothing happened. It's just like it never happened.
Yeah, and rage quitting does suck, especially in... Like, I'm not a rage quitter because I don't care enough.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Like, yeah, and like, no girls coming in to blow me because my score is so high
Exactly.
on Street Fighter. Like, Capcom ain't cutting me a check for having, like, a great record in Street Fighter.
Exactly.
So, like, I don't care about that kind of stuff. The only time I would quit a match is, like, if in Uncharted, say, it was me and a bunch of, like, people that have never played the game versus an entire team. And I leave and I'll finish that match. The next, I come in and I'm playing the same team. I'll quit that match.
Yeah, you don't have to play them twice.
Yeah, I don't have to play
you
them
showed
twice.
good sportsmanship.
Yeah,
once.
I did it once. That's the only time I quit in video games is when that situation happens. Like any competitive shooter, like if you come up and you're playing like a 5-man team and they're sick, it's okay to quit if you play them twice in a row. I feel.
I agree.
But they're gonna have to stop rage quitting.
Well, Capcom said that they already announced they're going to stop it, but they haven't announced how. So I was going to ask you, what do you think the best way to stop it would be, and what should the penalty be or lack thereof?
If you quit the match, it counts as a loss.
Okay, and it should count as a win for the other person.
Correct.
Okay, I saw a lot of people saying there should be a time penalty. Like, you're not allowed to join another match for 15 minutes.
That would be good too, but I don't think the time... Losing is more important than a time penalty to me.
I agree. Well,
because
that's what they're trying to prevent is the loss.
Yeah, because if it goes down as a loss, then people won't quit. If they just have to take like a 5-minute break, like I'll quit and go have a cigarette.
Well, that's the thing. I think that people are saying they should do both.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but the bad thing about that is if you think about it, what if you get network timed out because the server goes crap or your internet goes off?
It does happen.
Yeah, so I think you should get a loss. It's kind of your fault that your internet went out. It's not the other person's problem.
Yeah, and you quit.
But I don't think there should be a time penalty because your internet funked off, you know?
Yeah, I don't think the time penalty is necessary.
I don't either.
I think
they're trying to prevent the loss, and if you give them a loss for doing it, then that's all you need to do.
Yeah, because if they quit, they lose.
Exactly.
So at least it's not rage quitting because I don't want my record to go down. It's rage quitting because I know I've already lost.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing too is that the win streak doesn't go away if you quit a match. So if you win 4 in a row and then you lose, but you rage quit, you still 4 in a row.
Yeah, they need to figure something. I will say, like, I remember playing a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 online, and it was tough because the netcode wasn't great, but you occasionally got in good matches. When I first started, and it was low levels, everyone rage quit. But, like, once I got my record up there and I was fighting, like, higher tier people, it wasn't so much of a problem because I think
they respect each other and
they actually want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know how good I am. Like, I don't rage quit because I want to know how good I am, not against bad people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even in Uncharted, like, my KD was like a 3.14. It could have been a 5 if I quit it, like, well over a 5 if I quit every time I didn't play.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Like, but I wanted to know how good I was against good people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, so I think that some people do just only care about that record that they want to have. That they think Capcom's cutting them a check, or it's a pickup line in about my Street Fighter records, or like that's
3-0.
Yeah, okay, well, you know what I mean.
150, no.
150 in Street Fighter. That girl's not going to start making out with you. She's probably going to call you a nerd and tell you to leave her alone. So, like, I don't know what the real world applications of having a great KD are.
I don't know.
Because I'm really good at video games, never gotten me laid once.
Not once?
Not once.
Not once.
I get laid because of my huge penis. Not because I'm good at video games.
Oh, good. Fair enough. Well, the other main issue with the rage quitters is to acquire fight money, you have to win. And these people aren't winning. And fight money is used to get the new characters coming out, so everyone's really pissed off because they can't get any money. Because
everyone's quitting on them.
Yeah, because so the best guy in the world probably has the least amount of money.
Yeah, because everyone would quit on him.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he doesn't get touched for 2 rounds, but right before the final hit, quit.
Yeah,
he doesn't get anything.
And that guy, he's probably had so many people rage quit on him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude, I used to have people like people get really competitive over fighting games. I used to have people want to fist fight me over fighting games.
Like in the arcade?
Yeah, in the arcade. Because the best thing I used to do is I used to beat people one-handed at Tekken.
I've heard stories.
Yeah, and they'd want to fight me.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the hate mail. Like, I want to get so good that I start getting these hate mails from people on PSN.
Oh, hate mail on PSN is fantastic.
I know. I can't wait. You Hadouken, bitch.
Yeah. Throw whore I got a lot.
Oh, yeah.
In Tekken.
Hey, if you let me throw you, I'll throw you all day.
Yeah. It's the best because, like, if someone sends me a hate message, it's such a compliment.
I know. That means
like, you're so good. You're worthy of my time to tell you how much you suck.
And it's not quick to send a message.
No, it takes.
Like, you have to be enraged.
Yeah, you really do.
You have to be pissed because you're like sitting there and it takes like 5 minutes to type anything out. And
Dude, you should see my hate mail from Uncharted. It's incredible.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's seriously like.
You know what would be fun segment?
Probably over 200 messages.
Do you still have it?
They're probably still saved on my PlayStation.
Dude, that would be a great segment. Just like read the hate mail that you got.
That I got on Uncharted?
That would be so funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
Well, hopefully we get good enough that we can get some hate mail from Street Fighter and throw it on here.
That would be cool.
It'll be like celebrity bad tweets or whatever.
It's
mean
like
tweets.
The best one I ever had in Uncharted was the guy who was like, "You fucking pussy, play me 1-on-1," and I played him 1-on-1, and it was like 27-4, and he quit and wanted to rematch. Like, it was 27-4, and you quit. Like, you're not gonna do better the second time, you dickhead.
That's fantastic. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's enough Street Fighter.
Exactly.
So our opinions are it's a perfect fighting game. Mechanically, it's perfect. It's so much fun. If you want a fighting game to play people and play online
and just have fun with,
then get it.
It's so good.
If you want to just play arcade, then don't get it.
Yeah. Then why would you get it in the first place?
Yeah. The other thing too is if you don't have internet, like you don't currently, it's not necessarily.
No, I didn't pick it up because I didn't have internet.
Oh, okay.
Like, I just didn't think it was worth me buying. I'm getting internet in 2 weeks. I'm going to pick it up the day they put it in.
Okay.
And I'm going to be playing all the time.
Yeah. So, if you have internet connection and you're down to play some people online and some people in your living room,
and we have people in our lives that like Street Fighter, so we play a lot just in the living room. We're probably going to play after the cast.
Oh, yeah. We're playing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But there's also like that battle lounge I didn't get into that I guess you can just kind of sit in there with your friends and you just kind of just duke it out. The other people can hang out and watch it.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome because how many people do we know that play Street Fighter? Yeah, we can all get together and play.
It'll be like 6 people just hanging out and then just randomly playing each other. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So,
are you playing anything else?
Currently.
Did you beat Firewatch yet?
Yes.
So what's your thoughts on that?
I'm currently playing XCOM 2.
Okay.
I love that. It's actually a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it, but I didn't get too far. And I beat Firewatch right the day before Street Fighter came out. And that was my plan. I beat it in a day. And I got to say, man, I loved it.
Okay.
I thought it was fantastic. I'm giving it a 9.
It's a solid 9.
Solid 9.
That good. You think I'd get bored with it, though, right?
Yeah, I don't think you'd like it.
Yeah.
If you like games that are more, story-driven, not really necessarily about the gameplay at all, and you just cool aesthetics and a different take on a video game, you really like it.
So it's kind of like an artsy movie.
Yeah, it's like an indie film.
Which, I'm not a fan of.
Exactly. And
We
it really
saw The Revenant. Oh, that was terrible.
And it's my movie of the year.
Yeah. You know what my movie of the year was? I finally watched it yesterday.
What?
Creed.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed Creed a lot.
Yeah, it was good.
I think I might give it my movie of the year.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't think of anything except Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was better. So,
Yeah. Creed was good.
slightly under Creed, under Star Wars is Creed.
They needed more Apollo in there, but
I mean, for a sequel to Rocky, though, it was fantastic.
yeah. For a new guy coming in, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was. It's definitely worth a watch for sure.
Definitely check it out.
So, yeah, Firewatch. If you're into those kind of games, like, there's not much gameplay in it. You pretty much just walk around, jump around. It's all about the conversations you have with this woman that you're with. And I don't want to spoil anything if you're interested. It's $20. It's probably, like, if you take your time, like 3 or 4 hours of gameplay, which isn't much.
But it's worth it for the story.
It really is.
Okay.
It's just so neat. I really, really liked it.
Sometimes I do like a game like that, where if the story is that good.
Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people would probably, it's really cut in half with what people thought about the ending. A lot of people were really pissed, and a lot of people thought it was amazing. And I thought it was really good.
Okay.
Like, I don't think it was perfect, but it definitely fits with the game theme. If you think of the ending with the theme of the game, it's perfect. But people don't think like that. They're just like, oh, that was stupid.
That was dumb.
But if you're like, wait, throughout the whole game, it really makes sense. So just think of it that way if you play it.
Yeah. Well, so it comes highly recommended from Andrew.
Yeah, for sure. I also played Unravel and beat it. That was good.
You like it?
I gave it a 7.
Solid 7.
It was beautiful. The graphics and the music were outstanding.
Yeah.
Beautiful. One of the probably the best looking indie games I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, it really was. The story was meh. It was just like collecting old woman's thoughts, and I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, you might like it.
Yeah.
It was like a little too obviously tear jerking that it wasn't tear jerking.
Over the top too much.
It was. The best part about that game for me was birds look so realistic.
Birds?
Birds. The
Okay.
birds look so realistic that my cat literally jumped into the TV and bashed his face off of it.
Trying to kill a bird.
Yeah. And then he realized it wasn't real, but then he just sat and stared at it for like 20 minutes. I just watched him watch it.
That's funny.
So that was probably my favorite part of the whole game.
Yeah.
And then I did 100% hard mode Tomb Raider Definitive Edition.
That's cool.
So I think the most satisfying thing with that was I thought it was fun, super easy. Like I don't remember it being harder than,
Normal.
yeah, like honestly, it might have been easier.
Yeah.
Because you specifically take your time more in fights and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a
I
little
guess.
bit easier. Because before you're like, oh, I'm unstoppable, and you might die a couple times. But with hard, you kind of sit back, and it's not too hard. But the best part was at the very end, you beat it. It's like, congratulations, you beat the game. You 100%ed it. I'm like, yeah, sweet. And then at the very end, it says, if you want to keep playing and do things that you haven't done yet, then you can just continue. And I'm like, you just told me I 100%ed the
I've
game.
done all of it.
Liar.
There's nothing left to do.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was $7, and I probably got like 20 hours in it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually thinking about picking it up for $7. Like, what the hell? Why not?
Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, because like I don't have the internet, so I went into GameStop the other day, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy something that's single player. And I haven't played in a while, so I ended up picking up Ninja Gaiden for $6.
Nice.
And I was like, I'll replay Ninja Gaiden.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. Still love it. I played because I was playing the second one, and I beat that one, and I was like, the first one's way better. It's one of those rare instances.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I love the first Ninja Gaiden. I love the level design a whole bunch in that game. It has to me one of the like most intense battle systems of all time because everything is so hard. Like anything could put you down in a second.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny is because I could only play it on hard. I couldn't play it on very hard or Master Ninja. And it's like I played so much Ninja Gaiden in my life. Hard is like a joke.
Yeah, especially probably compared to the very end, like the very hardest difficulty.
Yeah, and I have so much fun playing that game. So I'm currently playing that. I almost beat it. I'm getting close. But yeah, if you've never picked it up, you can get it for PS3 for $6. So
That's awesome.
definitely worth your time.
Yeah, for sure. And are you playing anything else?
I was playing, still playing Suikoden N2.
Okay, cool.
Haven't got that much farther into it. Other than that, playing Brave Frontier on my phone and Final Fantasy VI on my phone.
Cool, man.
And then I went through all my old games and I found out I had The World Ends With You for the original DS.
Yeah.
And I have no idea where it came from, and I don't think I ever played it before. So I started playing that, and it's been pretty solid so far.
Sweet. Is it? I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's a Square Enix game.
Oh, so it's an RPG?
Yeah, it's an RPG, but it's really different. I wouldn't call it even like a role-playing game that much. It's more of an action game.
Oh.
But like it's really cool because when you fight, you control your character on the bottom screen with the stylus, and then your character up top you control with the buttons. So you kind of have to fight with both of them at the same time. And like if you like attack, you pass like a ball back and forth to make your attack stronger.
That's weird.
Yeah, and it's really awesome, and the story has been fantastic so far. Like I would say that's the best thing about it.
Like that mechanic jumps out at me that I would hate it, but I trust your opinion.
No, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Like all the combat system's great. The story is really fucking good though. Like it's heavy. It's very dialogue heavy, but it's really interesting because you play as a kid who dies and then he gets thrown into this like Grim Reaper game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he has to give up what's most precious to him, and it's his memories. And he ends up winning the game. And he gets his memory back, and you have to partner up with people. And he partners up with this girl, and they're like, "No, you have to play the game again, and we're taking what's most precious to you." And they take the girl.
Oh man.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I don't even know how it ends yet.
Oh, cool.
But it's a really cool story.
Nice. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so for the next segment, we're going to do enemies we love to fight.
Yeah, this was inspired by the fact that I was playing Ninja Gaiden, and I was like, I really like fighting these guys. So I'm going to start with that. Actually, those guys from Ninja Gaiden, they're like the hunter-esque looking like things with that are like purple fiends.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember those.
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
They're kind of like, they look like hunters but they're like, they have claws. They're fun to fight. I don't know what it is about them, but I just love killing them.
Good. That's all that it matters, really.
Yeah, and I think they're also like tough too. So you have to be on point when you're fighting.
So there's more of a challenge.
Yeah, they're a very challenging enemy. So if you like let your guard lapse for a second, they put you down.
That's good. Yeah, I think I remember those, but I probably didn't like them.
Yeah, I was gonna look up their name, but like I said, I got busy at work and I don't have Wi-Fi, so I couldn't look up any of the names of these characters. So.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, if people care enough, they can look it up.
Yeah, you should just play Ninja Gaiden when you're fighting the purple things that look like Wolverines. You know what I'm talking about.
There you go. I really, really, really enjoy fighting Bolo, or his name's Abor from Double Dragon 2. The guy that looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Bobo guy, or
yeah. See, the thing is, I looked into this. It's not actually a Bobo.
Oh,
Like it's actually Bolo. Is the one dude who's like the black hair and white pants. That's Bolo.
Okay.
And then Abor is like the Arnold-esque looking guy.
I do love fighting that guy because he looks exactly like Arnold.
Yeah, and they always put you in like a tight corridor with him, and you do like the uppercut into the spikes.
Yeah,
like, it's so satisfying.
He is amazingly fun to fight. Mm-hmm. Even a Bobo is fun to fight too.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I really like fighting those guys
from Double Dragon 2.
Yep,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I really like fighting the Los Plagas from Resident Evil 4. The villagers.
Just the regular guys.
Just the regular villagers. Love it. Love all versions of them. Shooting them in the head and running up and kicking them.
Yeah, it's so satisfying. And the cultist, because you get the suplex.
Yeah, you get to suplex. Any of those. I actually like the ones in Resident Evil 5 too, just because of the mercenaries. You get so many various. Like Barry gets the headbutt, which is the greatest thing ever. I like Hunk snapping their necks in the original.
Yep.
So I just think they're a lot of fun to fight.
Yeah, it's a good pick. It is. It's very satisfying. I really love fighting the Iron Maidens from Resident Evil 4.
Yes. Cool.
The spiked version of the regenerators. I think it's just the most unnerving experience, but it's fun.
Yeah, they are very terrifying.
Mm-hmm. And there's just very few times has a game enemy made me feel that way, where it's just like I don't even want to get close to you.
Yeah,
I don't even want to see you. But then when you do, it's just like it's just like a rush every time they enter the room.
Mm-hmm. I see. I like fighting the Minotaurs in God of War.
Yep, that was my next.
Oh, you have that one?
Yeah, that was actually my next one.
It's just shoving the sword down their throat.
That's when I fell in love with the first God of War.
Yes, that was the exact moment where I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah, like the Minotaurs, they're slow and huge, and it's just so satisfying to kill them. And it's just one of the most gruesome, like, quick time kills ever.
Yeah, I really like also in God of War fighting the Medusas because you rip their heads off.
Yeah. They're annoying to a degree, but the kill is so satisfying, it's worth it.
Yeah, like I don't hate them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. They're not that big of a threat.
Yeah. So I figured I'd throw zombies in there.
From Resident Evil?
No, my favorite game to kill zombies in is going to be Dead Rising.
Okay, yeah, that's really fun.
I love Dead Rising. I liked both of them. I never played the third one because I don't have a Xbox One.
And it came out for PC too, but I never played it either.
Yeah, but I really liked the first two Dead Risings.
The first one for me, it was hard. I mean, it was hard because you were timed.
Yeah, it was tough.
Like to get everything, like I found it almost impossible.
Yeah, to make the perfect run.
Mm-hmm. It really was. Didn't you get the Mega Buster if you did?
Yeah, I can't remember. I never did it, to be honest, probably.
Okay. I think you get a lightsaber and a Mega Buster from Mega Man.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I just like that game is more fun almost just ignoring the quests and just running around the mall bashing zombies and stuff.
That's pretty much what I did the first time. I just kind of did stories so that I could unlock more places to go, and then I just went there and pillaged the stores and just bold zombies and stuff.
Yeah, I love that game. It's just creative ways to kill zombies.
Mm-hmm. It's like one of the few times that I'm okay with zombies because other than Resident Evil, I'm just completely and utterly sick of zombies.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm sick of zombies to a certain extent, too. I still love shooting them, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Resident Evil and Dead Rising did it perfectly.
Yeah, so Capcom knows their zombie games.
For sure. I'd agree there. To go off that, the chainsaw guys from Resident Evil 4, I love those.
That's a good one, too.
I think that might be my favorite enemy in any video game.
Really?
Yeah, because when you first find him, you're like almost completely helpless unless you found the shotgun.
Yeah, if you didn't get the shotgun, you're screwed.
You just hear it rev up, and he is just relentless. And
yeah.
I think that was one of the most make it or break it moments in video game history. Like, that village part at the beginning of Resident Evil 4 is probably the hardest part of the whole game.
Yeah, it probably is just because it's a ton of dudes coming at you.
Yeah, and you only have a handgun.
Yeah, unless you get the shotgun, you're fucked.
Exactly. And it's just, you hear that chainsaw rev. And even to this day, if I play it, I'm just like, I get a little bit of chills. I'm like, oh, where's he at?
Yeah.
I know he's coming.
You can hear him coming, but you can't see him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he's going to jump through a window or sneak up on you. And it's just a brutal scene if he gets you, man. Cut your head right off.
That's definitely a good one.
Interesting fact about that, because I was looking them up. Did you know that Japan actually censored that scene in the game?
The head getting lopped off.
Yep.
What did they do with it then?
I just think they kind of went black. But the reason is because Japan has officially made it decapitation like illegal.
I mean, it was legal before.
I'm just saying, like, it's like in any sense.
Oh, okay, any form.
Yeah, like you can't show it. It's like, you know how in like porn you can't watch, like that's like censored.
Yeah,
it's like that. It's like you can't even show it. So thought that was an interesting fact.
That is an interesting fact. Another enemy I like to fight is Goombas.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
It's a staple.
They're just fun to jump on. They're so helpless.
Is it me? Okay, in the first Mario, everyone, if you don't know what a Goomba looks like, you're ridiculous. But it's the mushroom people.
Yeah, with no arms that just walk at you.
Yeah. Okay, for me, I don't know if it's just me. They don't look like mushrooms to me. They look like hawk heads, like bird heads.
They look like mushrooms to me.
Like when I was little, I thought they were just like little heads with feet. And I'm like, they're like kind of like birds because like the stem of the mushroom kind of looks like a beak.
Yeah, I guess you're
And
right.
then the top, it looks like, like the feathers, and then the eyes are on top. So I thought it was like a bird head. And they're like, they're mushrooms. I'm like, no, they're bird heads.
They are fun to stop.
I still think they're bird heads.
Yeah, that's fine.
It makes more sense. Like 3D, in like the 3D games and stuff, Goombas look like mushrooms. But like in the first one, I thought they were like bird heads.
Walking bird heads.
Yeah. I wasn't going to put it past them. I mean, you're a freaking plumber.
Yeah, either way, they're fun to jump on.
Yeah. So you have any more enemies you like to fight?
I was trying to think of one from Bloodborne, and I can kind of think of like a couple. I really like fighting those like big dudes who hit you with bricks.
Yeah, like the executioner type people.
Yeah, I really like
those are really fun.
They're fun to visceral, and I really like the bigger beast guys.
Mm-hmm.
I like shooting them in the face and visceraling them. So there's a lot in Bloodborne I really like to fight.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just go straight into the game enemies we hate to fight, and there's definitely one from Bloodborne for me.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the name. The Winter Lanterns.
Which one are they?
They're the brains. The brains that you get frenzied with immediately.
They're the worst ones in that game.
Like they're just, it's impossible. Like you get frenzied no matter what.
Yeah, you just die. Like you have to be at full health, and you're getting frenzied.
And you have to have the
sedatives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're awesome to fight.
Yeah.
Because they suck so bad to fight just because you're getting frenzied.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they grab you, you're dead. It's a one-hit kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're the worst.
Yeah,
you can't even run past them because you get frenzied anyway.
There's no way around them.
Nope.
There's no easy way to do it.
Nope. There's no magic, so projectiles are pretty much useless.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. They're dicks.
Yeah, that's actually one. That's probably my second most hated enemy of all time.
Really?
Already, yeah. Just I can't stand them.
I have a very definitive number one most hated enemy, but
Give me some other ones first.
that I hate. Let's just start with bats in general. Any bat, any form of bats. Why do so many fucking games have so many fucking bats?
I know. They're just always so quick and so small and just, I agree. They're annoying.
Yeah, they kill you in one hit in Castlevania. They fucking birds. We could throw birds in there.
Birds from Ninja Gaiden are
birds
probably the most wicked villains of any video game ever.
They're so unbeatable.
Like, just when you think you timed it just right.
Bird dead. Yep. Like, yeah, there's anything flying in general.
I think the only version of bats that I don't mind is in the original Zelda game because they're one hit.
Yeah, that's true.
But like if you go into a room with like 20 of them, it sucks. But overall, they're not too bad.
They're not too bad. I'm thinking I mainly hate the bats in Castlevania. Even in Ninja Gaiden, there's a bunch of bats and they're annoying as hell to fight because you just have to throw shurikens at them. That's the only way to really kill them, and they're just hitting you, and you're just throwing ninja stars, and they suck.
Yeah, for sure. I also came up with the Flood from Halo.
Yes, I hate fighting the Flood.
Oh my gosh, like this hit, I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, what did I just? And immediately, I was like, I fucking hate the Flood. Yeah. Those little guys, there's like 20,000 of them, and then the big. It's just annoying every time. And they always showed up, and you're like playing the third game. You're like, wonder if the Flood's. Yep, there they are. Annoying.
Yeah, I hate the Flood.
They're one of my most hated. I don't enjoy it at all.
No, you know who I hate is in Dark Souls 2. Those like wizard bitches who are shooting at you in the lake.
Ugh.
That's one of them.
They were so annoying they had to nerf them.
Yeah, they got nerfed. They were so bad.
Yeah, I agree. It was that part in that game took me definitely the longest and most tries.
Oh yeah, until I figured it out. Like that part was the most nerve-wracking part of that game. But once you figure out you can just shoot poison arrows at them, they're not that bad.
But it's still annoying.
Oh yeah, they're still annoying. And
yeah, for sure.
On top of it, it has those like priest guys running at you with the hammers, and they suck too.
Yeah,
so
that whole level is terrible.
Yeah, that whole part, that's the worst. No, because there's the gutter too, so it has two really hard parts.
The gutter is the worst.
Yeah,
for sure. But that's quick second right there.
Yeah, that's true. It's not long at all. That lake part takes a while.
Yeah, it does. So I'm going to go with the piranha plants from every single Mario game.
I do hate the piranha plants.
They're invincible. I mean, yeah, you can shoot fire at them, but like they pop up at the most inconvenient moments. You're jumping halfway across the screen. Up there's a piranha plant. You're dead.
Yep.
I hate them. They're annoying. Yeah. I don't want them in my game.
They're just more annoying than anything else. That's like one for me, or the Mega Man guys in the helmets that just lay down.
Yeah, and they're like a staple of the game, but it's just a waste of time because you're going to kill them, but there's only one on the screen in the middle of the screen, and you just have to wait.
Yeah, you have to wait for them to pop up, and then you miss it, and it's just like ping, 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 and then they never pop up. And you're like,
you have to like kind of pretend it's not there, and then it'll be like, oh, it doesn't see me, you know.
And then it'll pop up. Oh, I hate those fucking things.
Yeah, I was gonna say those too, but I didn't think they even deserved it.
Yeah, they don't even deserve this
talk
list.
about them.
Yeah, but I hate those guys a lot.
I hate the pea hats from Zelda.
They're the pea hats.
The things that like speed up and just go around the whole entire screen. I'm talking about the original Zelda.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then they slowly stop, and they can stop wherever they want. So if you're in a rocky terrain, they'll just stop in the top right corner of the screen. You can't hit them.
Yeah,
you can only kill them when they're stopped. It's just like,
and they just float around.
They're so annoying.
You have to wait to kill them. That's what's the main thing.
But if they stop in the middle of like rock terrain, you can't even hit them.
Yeah.
So they're just complete bullshit.
Yeah, they fucking suck. I hate the hunters in Resident Evil.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I feel like that's a love-hate relationship for me.
It is a love-hate thing.
But you can keep going. I just want to put that in there.
I just hate them because they can kill you in one hit, and they're really hard. And if, like, just the first time you play that game, if you're running around like the first area, like in the guardhouse, and you're just blowing zombies' heads off with shotguns, and then you get to the hunter and you're not prepared, you're starting over.
Yeah, it is. It's like a make it or break it for sure.
Because they are like, you need to be coming in there with a plan for when the hunters come. So, like, that's why I hate them, because you have to plan around them.
The whole game, you have to plan for the hunters.
Yeah, like the beginning of that game, you better be saving ammo for the hunters.
Yeah,
and that's why they're annoying.
I was gonna put them on the list, but because I had to like kind of because I like them.
They are awesomely designed.
Yeah, they're like awesome enemies. It's just they're just ridiculous.
Yeah, they're just not fun to fight.
I mean, might as well say lickers then too.
Yeah, lickers I'd put in there. Same thing.
Yeah, because they'll just take your head off.
Yeah.
Very cool, though.
Definitely cool. Lickers suck, too, because they crawl along the ground. They're hard to hit.
Yeah, that's what the main thing is for me, too. It's just hard to hit them.
Yeah, and anything that's hard to hit. Like, I hate those banshees in God of War that you have to, like, rip their wings off. Because they're just hard to hit and they're flying around.
Yeah, it's not... Yeah, exactly.
Any game where you don't have a projectile and you're fighting flying characters, I hate.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
No, we can just put in flying characters in action games where
birds, bats.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
All of them. Fuck all of them.
Okay, my number one.
Okay.
By far, most hated villain in any game or enemy is Poison.
Yes. Going with just a status effect.
Yeah, it's something all on its own. It deserves to be listed because my point is, who likes it? Who has ever been like, oh, I'm poisoned. This is fun. Never.
Yeah, it is one of those video game tropes like I just hate. You know, like getting poisoned, it's the worst.
Yeah. Like there's tropes like, okay, my defense is down. Well, that's interesting because it's like, okay, I have to either act more offensively or get away. Or like my offense is down, so I have to hit things more or something. Or I'm frozen and it lasts for like 2 seconds, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, or you're blind even. It's like, it sucks, but you're not getting hurt.
Yeah. Poison is really
And the thing that's bullshit about Poison is, I don't care what game you're talking about. If you can get poisoned in it, it's way harsher than if you can poison an enemy.
Yeah, it's always like that. And the one, you know what's the worst is poison that doesn't go away without an item.
Yeah, like it just stays there
like
forever.
old school RPGs are just criminal with that. Like if you get poisoned, if you don't have an antidote, you're poisoned until you get one.
Like
die.
I just don't think it even has a place in video games. It doesn't make anything. It makes it harder, but not in a good way. It's like you can't overcome poison.
No,
it's just there. Like even the best player of anything will get poisoned, and it's bullshit.
And once you're poisoned, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. I hate it. That's my most hated enemy is poison.
Yeah. Okay. I have one, and this has always been my number one, just for it's like decades of pissing me off, and that is Medusa heads in Castlevania. There's nothing close to how fucking annoying Medusa heads are in Castlevania.
The inconsistent patterns and flying.
They fly in that like wavy pattern, which is fucking annoying, and they fucking turn you into stone, and they're in every goddamn game.
Yeah, and there's never a good position to hit them.
No,
like they're a little bit underneath of the ground you're standing on, so you can't crouch and hit them, and they're a little bit higher than if you jump to your tallest peak, so you can never hit them. Yeah. So you just have to kind of guess or hope you're on a floating platform.
It's more like dodging them than hitting them. You just gotta like every time and because I've played every Castlevania from the original up till now. Like I've played them all, and that part in every game where you go in and you're like, oh, here we go, clock tower, fucking Medusa heads. Like it's coming at some point. You're going to have to fight those fucking Medusa heads, and they suck. They suck.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything I hate worse than the Medusa heads in games.
I actually just thought of something. It's not my most hated, but I feel like Metroids in the Metroid games are awful.
Yeah, they fucking suck too.
They just grab you and they don't let go, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, they are very annoying. Here's what just because I was thinking, what I'd love to fight for Final Fantasy. Remember Tomberries and Cactars?
Yes, Cactars are awesome.
Cactars are awesome, and Tomberries are awesome.
If we're talking Final Fantasy, I hate fighting bombs.
Yes, they're the most annoying.
Like, yeah, sure, you can kill them pretty much with water or ice, depending on the game, but oh my god,
I hate. And you have to watch them grow, and it slows down the battle.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's growing. Yeah, we know you're growing.
We get it.
Just do it.
And it always seems like it takes like 3 hits to kill them, so you have to watch them grow like 3 times.
I know, and you always kill them right before they explode. Ugh.
And even if if they actually get the explode off, it's fucking frustrating. They're bad. I forgot about them.
Yeah, like I was playing 10 recently, and they're in it. And if you don't get them right away, it's just like, oh my god.
They're probably the worst in 10.
It's so bad.
Like they keep growing. Because I just recently replayed 10 as well, so I hated them.
Yeah, so I had to mention them.
Yeah.
One of my most hated.
Yeah, there's like, you could go on with this. Like, I hate fighting those fucking werewolves in Bloodborne. They kill you in like 2 hits.
Oh, yeah. No matter what level you are. They're like impossible.
And they're so hard to visceral. Like, they're awesome though. So like, you don't want to put them on there as like a true hate because they're so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's like a skill. It's like a very you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's a skill-based enemy.
Oh, and another one I absolutely love fighting is in Ninja Gaiden 2, the werewolves. I don't know if you remember them.
I don't think I do.
Because they're just like giant-ass werewolves, and you're taking them on with a ninja sword.
That is awesome.
Like, and the cool thing is if you cut their arms off, you can do the one hit, like, kill, or you just hit triangle and he'll like cut their legs up and then cut their head off. It's great.
So you just cut off every ligament.
Yeah, every ligament on them. They're so fun to throw like exploding shurikens into them and just blow their arm off.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's just werewolves in general are fun to fight.
I agree,
except in Bloodborne because they're too good.
Yeah. So, do you have any other ones you want to throw on here?
Nah, like I said, there's just so many I hate.
Yeah, it's definitely harder to come up with things you like.
I hate fighting humans most of the time.
Well, that's usually...
Where would you say that is the best human fighting? Like your favorite humans to kill?
Oh.
'Cause that's a tough one.
That is really hard.
Because I really like Batman.
Yeah.
The fighting in that, like bashing them.
That's a good point. That's a good game for sure.
I really like No More Heroes killing humans because you like just cut their heads off and it's a shower of blood.
Well, that's what I usually like about humans. It's like the most satisfying gore usually.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, there's just something about them. They're always usually pretty easy.
Yeah.
And just very satisfying to kill. I don't know, man. That's hard to say.
Yeah, because if you're picking humans, it is like which one are they? Like I'd say some of the ones I hate the most are the army guys in Ninja Gaiden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the army ones for sure. But I like fighting like the grunts in Ninja Gaiden a lot.
Like the other ninjas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're just very fun to kill.
Yeah, and even like there's like the army that's not as hard. They're just like the police force. Mm-hmm. They're fun to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, humans are always either really annoying or really fun to fight, depending on the game.
I just like the gore factor because there's blood in them.
Yeah, I like fighting humans in Uncharted a lot.
Yeah.
I like fighting humans a lot in, any of like Wolfenstein stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Nazis are always fun to kill.
Yeah. I was actually going to throw Wolfenstein Nazis on here just because.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Can you think of any other ones?
I mean, the thing is, I would say Assassin's Creed, when it first came out, was a lot of fun.
I did love I just liked in that game a lot, just like walking by people and stabbing them and just keep walking.
Yeah,
exactly. I did that so much. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, now I got to run from the police.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun.
I would also say my favorite villains, I know you're not a fan of the game, but Skyrim were humans. Because I think that game has one of the best bow gameplay.
Yeah.
Because they stick wherever you shoot them.
That is awesome.
And I loved playing the bow sneaky character, and it was so satisfying to get a shot off, see that you killed them, walk up and see where it's at. If it's right in between the eyes, it's just super satisfying.
Yes.
So I would probably throw that up there for me, honestly, cuz I fighting ogres and stuff, it just was more annoying. I felt like fighting one-on-one with a human in Skyrim was the most fun I had fighting something. Dragons were cool too.
Yeah. That's cool, yeah. Humans are either fun to kill or not.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
all right. So,
do you want to do Deadpool? You finally saw Deadpool.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it yet, huh?
No, we didn't talk about Deadpool.
Yeah.
We'll just say now spoilers.
Yeah, we'll go spoilers.
Yeah, because I feel like it did so well, which is awesome because we're going to get more rated R comic book movies. And I feel like everyone who listens to this probably saw it by now.
And if they did it, I mean, it's worth seeing no matter what we say.
Yeah, because you can't really
there's no twist or anything.
We're not going to spoil the jokes or anything. So.
Exactly. I loved it. I thought it was great. I think it was a solid 8.5 or 9 in my book.
Yeah. Did you think it was funny?
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, there was some cliche stuff that I didn't laugh at, but I thought it was hilarious when he had Hugh Jackman's face on.
Yeah, that was really good.
I thought that was hilarious because you saw it earlier in the movie, a magazine of Hugh Jackman, and his why would Deadpool have that?
Yeah,
and then later on he has it on, and it's just hilarious when I won't say when, but it happens. Yeah. It's a good part of the movie.
You know what, but I thought was really funny too is whenever he was punching and kicking Colossus.
Yeah.
It just breaks his arms and legs.
Yeah, that was so funny. He just punches him in the nuts and his arm breaks.
Yeah.
He's wiggling around.
And then he cuts his hand off. Yeah. The baby hand was really funny.
Oh, dude, that probably is the hardest I laughed was when he was talking about his baby hand to the blind lady, and he's like, all right, you have to leave, because he pretty much is all right, you gotta leave, I'm gonna jerk off. And the blind lady's with that tiny hand, and then he's like, yeah, I bet it feels massive. I just lost it. That was probably the hardest I laughed. Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. The movie was genuinely funny.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not a Ryan Reynolds hater or lover. He's pretty much if he's in a movie, okay, I don't really care. Yeah, I know a lot of people that hate him, but he was perfect for it. He really was.
Yeah, it is the role he was meant to play.
You can tell that he loves the character.
Yeah,
and he pretty much has always been Deadpool.
Yeah, he really wanted to do this, and I think he wanted to not be remembered as the Green Lantern in the Deadpool.
They even make fun of it.
Yeah,
in Deadpool that he was Green Lantern.
Yeah, and did you like the structure of it?
Oh my!
Yeah, Cat must have knocked something down there.
Jeez, the structure of the movie?
Yeah, how it started off in the middle and then with flashbacks and it bounced.
Yeah, I was fine with it. I liked it because you get the cool action sequence and you get some backstory. A lot of the times these superhero movies, you don't get anything cool until the end.
Yeah, exactly.
And in that, it kind of broke it up so that you get slower stuff and then action, slower stuff, action. So they got the action and the story build.
And it was only 2 action scenes, but they stretched it out over the whole movie. Mm-hmm. So it worked.
Which I actually liked because action scenes are usually too short.
Yeah, and they're usually, like you said, heavily at the end.
Mm-hmm. The whole last 25 minutes of a superhero movie is usually just a giant epic battle.
Yeah, and like the bad guy comes out of nowhere, and
Yeah.
like this, there was a very definitive bad guy, and
Like the whole time.
yeah, and like I said, it walked that line so brilliantly of playing with the fourth wall, because if any more, it would have got overkill, but it was like right where it needed to be.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like that bothers me about Deadpool a lot of the times. I think the fourth wall break is annoying, but in this movie, I felt like it was. Since it was in it, I actually really appreciated it, and it was really good.
Yeah, because they didn't overdo it at any point. Like it was
Yeah.
borderline overdoing it, but they walked that line perfectly.
I agree.
And like I said, if you're going to see a fun action movie that's really funny, it nails it.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny that I guess people were taking their kids.
Yeah, I mean, people are dumb.
Yeah, and it's funny because they like released a statement from Deadpool, and it's just like, hey, everybody, you're idiots. Don't bring your kid to see a rated R movie, even if it's superhero, because you're going to bitch and moan, and then we're not going to be able to make a sequel.
Yeah.
So shut up.
And I think it's cool because this movie was so huge, we'll probably get a lot more action in the second one. And
Sure, yeah.
hopefully it's a good second one, because we've only had one of those, I say. Like, because to me, Winter Soldier is really the only great sequel of the Marvel movies. So
I there is one point of the movie where I was kind of thrown off by. And the fact is, okay, I get where Deadpool's coming from and how he became Deadpool, and that he pretty much like went and beat the shit out of people for money and defended people. But at no point did he use katanas. And then he just had katanas. And I'm not a huge Deadpool fan, so I don't know how that came about in Origins.
neither do I, to be honest with you.
But the movie just like
he just
had katanas.
yeah.
Which is fine. I didn't really care.
I don't think they needed to explain it.
No, I'm glad they kind of did it, but overall it's just kind of weird.
Yeah. And
I guess he just became super strength and agility and superhero, and then he could just use katanas.
yeah, I mean, I guess that's just kind of what he picked. I mean, it's a good weapon. I'd pick it.
Yeah, especially two of them.
Yeah. You know what part I thought was really funny is when he left his weapons in the car.
Yeah, he did it twice.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
I also really liked I chuckled a lot when they were in the taxi going to like pretty much the final battle.
Yeah.
And he's like the taxi driver is asking him advice about what to do with his
Yeah,
lovers,
that part's really good.
like what, like her fiance or something.
Yeah, her ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. He's like, you got to let him go kill him.
because Colossus and the girl was in the back. Yeah, that was so funny. I was laughing so hard at that.
And I did really like Colossus, the Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah, they were awesome. Like, I wasn't sure about it because they just seemed to be kind of thrown in there, but they were awesome.
Yeah, Colossus especially. And I mean, Negasonic was cool because she doesn't really have a story in the comic book. I think she was in all of like 5 issues or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they just made up a mutant and she was cool.
Yeah, and I thought that it was funny that Deadpool even mentioned, like, if you notice, there's only 2 X-Men in the entire mansion because we didn't have enough money.
Yeah. And I also like the McAvoy or Stewart universe where he says that. It's like, I'm taking you to see Professor X, McAvoy or Stewart. That was good. That was the best fourth wall break, I thought.
It was really good.
Yeah, so overall, definitely go see it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Judging by the box office, you've seen it already. So
that, and I think it's the quality of the movie is adequate to the hype.
yes,
Like, it's actually worth the hype it's getting. And did you know it's actually the top grossing rated R movie of all time?
yeah, I heard that, which is amazing.
Yeah, it beat Matrix Reloaded, which I think is the 3rd one.
Yeah, that was 3rd. What is number 1? I don't know.
It's Deadpool now.
Yeah, that's awesome. But what was it before Deadpool? Do you even know?
Oh, it was the 3rd Matrix.
Oh, the 3rd Matrix?
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely better than the 3rd Matrix.
Oh,
so.
yeah. I just thought it was amazing. And then the more I think about it, yeah, the top grossing movies are PG-13.
Yeah, because not everyone can go to a rated
yeah.
R movie.
So,
And they were... That's why I think this movie took so long to get made, is because they didn't have faith you could make a rated R comic book movie.
and I'm so glad it did, because
Yeah.
it shows that people will go see it.
Yeah, and what they accomplished with the budget they had is the best thing they could have done, I would say.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's a 9 and it was low on budget, I can't even imagine what it would have been like. I mean, I don't want to change anything about it. Like, there's not one thing I would literally change about that movie.
No, and I think they said they made it out of the budget of like $54 million,
Oh, wow.
which is like nothing. Like, the new Batman movie and Superman movie is pushing over 500 million.
It's ridiculous.
And they say that, did you hear about that already, though, that they're like having early screenings and the like response has not been good.
Really?
Yeah, and they're talking they're going to go ahead with it as planned, but then after this movie, they're going to do a soft reboot.
What?
Yeah, because and this is even before has come out. Like I heard it as a bunch of rumors. Apparently, yeah, it's not generating like because they have early screenings and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. And they want to get a general kind of just like get it out there.
Yeah, and the consensus is there are things that work about it, but overall it's not that great. So I think what they're gonna do is just throw a bunch of money at Ben Affleck and be like, make a Batman, and we'll start off of that.
Yeah, I think that's what I was hoping they would go with anyway. Because honestly, I'm not a huge Ben Affleck fan, but I think he's probably the best part of the new movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that new trailer, he was amazing in.
Yeah, I was going to say, the new trailer, I think with those people you were saying there was good things about it, I think it's probably the action scenes.
Yeah, I think it's funny because if you would have only saw the latest trailer of that movie, you'd be excited to see it. Yeah. But then you remember the other two that you saw where you know the entire movie and it doesn't look that great.
Exactly. They shouldn't have ever released that second trailer.
No, it killed everything about it.
Like the first one's like whatever, but the second, it was the second one, right?
Yeah, the first trailer wasn't good either.
Though. Yeah. Ugh.
But the third trailer was.
Well, didn't the second one actually announce Doomsday though?
Yeah, it showed.
They shouldn't have done that.
No, it showed the entire movie.
Yeah, they pretty much set you up so that you're not disappointed because you already are.
Yeah, but if it really cost them $500 million to make, that means this movie has to make $1 billion to even be like somewhat of a success.
And it probably, I mean, it's gonna do well.
Yeah, it will, and I think
it's just probably not gonna get like everyone's gonna go see it. It doesn't mean everyone's gonna like it though.
No, and
I
think
either way they have cash in their pocket.
And to start a universe like off of Man of Steel, like Man of Steel is very divisive. Like most people don't even like it.
Yeah, I was okay with it. Like I didn't like despise it. It was like an average movie.
It was okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, Superman shouldn't be snapping necks.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't Iron Man good where, okay, we can build a universe off of it.
No, exactly.
And I think and then because they're so far behind and it's like it's taken them 10 years to even get to this point, and now we're already talking a soft reboot is not good.
No, not at all. I don't know.
But, I mean, it sucks. I'll still go see it. We're all going to go opening night and see it. But it sucks that because I do like DC characters a lot. Like, I would say my favorite comic book character is Spider-Man. But then after that, like, the next three are DC characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and then I probably like Captain America.
Yeah.
So, like, I care a lot about those characters. And it's worked so well in their animated universe.
Mm-hmm. Like, Batman, the animated TV show, is phenomenal.
Best version of Batman of all time, in my opinion.
It's so good.
Like, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. The music, the voice acting, the action, the villains, like all of it. It's just so amazing.
Batman. That's Batman to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And
when I think of Batman, I think of that show.
And even the Justice League cartoon was great.
Mm-hmm.
All the DC like animated movies, direct to video, are great. And it's like, these are the people that need to be in charge of this, not Zack Snyder. And I like Zack Snyder. He can direct action. I will give him that. But like, I've never seen a movie where he has had a great plot.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we need.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Iron Man 1, that was a good reference point, is so good. Because just the story arc's awesome. Because I think the villain in Iron Man 1 is garbage.
Yeah.
Like, Obadiah Stane is stupid.
Yeah, because he is just a villain out of nowhere.
Yeah, so it was all about everything else, and everything else was awesome.
I mean, it doesn't have a third act, but it's like you introduced a superhero, and all that build-up and him building the suit was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're starting a movie franchise with a movie that was probably like an 8-9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas Man of Steel's what, 5-6?
Yeah, I'd say 5.
Like, I liked the fighting in Man of Steel, but I didn't like anything else about it.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, when I see the trailer, I like the fact that Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne sees Superman destroying the city.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's an interesting concept because it gives him that like vengeance that he wants, and he wants that revenge for what he did. But you're right. The movie just wasn't very good. And it's not a good, solid starting point for it.
No, and if this movie comes out, and here's the thing, its standard is going to be high. If you come out with a movie that's just okay, people don't want to see Batman fight Superman and it be okay.
Yeah. You have two of the most iconic superheroes of all time and what should be the most epic battle of all time, and you make a mediocre movie. That sucks.
Yeah, it's not going to, like, if it's okay or good, it's going to be received as awful.
Yeah, it needs to be outstanding.
It needs to be not a 9-10. And from the previews, even just judging from the previews, because how long you've been watching movies, you can usually tell from a preview what you're going to think of the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at a movie where it's like the action looks good, Ben Affleck's performance looks good, Jesse Eisenberg sounds terrible.
Oh, he's probably my least favorite part.
Yeah, I mean...
No, yeah, he probably is. Yeah. And then Doomsday. But.
Then Doomsday looks awful. So it looks like, to me, like a movie where it's going to be exactly Man of Steel, where everything but the fighting is kind of dumb.
Yeah. Well, I do like Superman. I think he's an okay pick for Superman.
Yeah, what is that guy's name?
I don't know.
Henry Cavill or something. I can't remember. Harvard. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah. But... like I said, I was really skeptical about Ben Affleck, but I do know that he's passionate about Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He liked comic books, and I think the best thing that could come out of this movie, and the best thing that will come out of this movie, is, you're right, a Batman with just Ben Affleck.
Yeah, and I think
that's where they're going to go with it.
Because I'm unlike you, I actually do not mind Ben Affleck. Like he did get annoying there for a while, but I think he's back. Gone Girl was amazing. He's been directing really good movies.
He's a good director. If he could direct the Batman,
yeah, he's a good writer director, and he's back to being, like, I would say, a good actor. Like, I don't know if you saw Gone Girl, he was fantastic.
Not yet. I do want to see it.
He was really good in The Town. So, like, he's back. Like, he's not Jersey Girl Ben Affleck, Daredevil Ben Affleck anymore. And if you remember, like, him back in the day, Good Will Hunting is good. I like Dogma. So, like, he's a good actor, good writer. He loves Batman. So I think it's a perfect choice. And hopefully, yeah, we just get, because they're talking Under the Red Hood. If we got Under the Red Hood with Ben Affleck Batman, that's a jumping off point.
Yeah, not this.
Not this.
I think it's going to be forgotten.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's going to be a disappointment.
Even if,
you said, if it's a good movie, it's going to be disappointing.
Because it needs to be a great movie.
Yeah. And just to go off of that, I think I'm not looking forward to Suicide Squad either.
Yeah, I'm not either. I want to look forward to Suicide Squad, but I'm just not seeing
I don't like anybody in that movie.
Like any of the characters?
Yeah. Well, I'm not the characters, but like the actors. Like, I don't think Will Smith is right in there. Like, he just I love Will Smith. I do.
I do too, yeah.
I just don't. I see the trailer and I see him in it, and I feel like shouldn't be in this movie.
No, and it's the same with Harley Quinn. Like, I am not liking her. I mean, it's tough to judge because I saw 30 seconds of her talking, but like, I think to most people, Harley Quinn's going to be the most important part of this movie.
For me, it is.
She's beloved.
She's one of my favorites.
And I love Harley Quinn as well. So I mean, if she's looking weak, you don't like Deadshot. Will Smith is Deadshot. Like, I don't know.
I think the Joker looks terrible.
Yeah, but he looks awful.
Like, terrible.
It looks like the reaction to him, because if you notice in the trailers, it's like you can't even see like deranged on his forehead and all that anymore. I think people, like, the response was, don't do this.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I heard rumors that was just part of the picture. Like, it was emphasizing his craziness, but it wasn't actually going to be in the movie. Okay. And then I heard it was, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It was going both ways.
And I don't really care about any of those villains that much besides Harley Quinn. Like, Killer Croc's not great to me. He's okay. Deadshot's dumb. Like,
really, yeah.
Yeah. Captain Boomerang, like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, who else is even in it that I care about?
I don't know. That's how much I care.
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah, not at all.
So, I mean, it's kind of, whereas I'm looking forward to the Marvel slate this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Civil War, we're gonna have Doctor Strange.
I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
I think that has potential to be an Iron Man 1.
Yeah, Cumberbatch is great.
Yeah. And there was a image released, and he looks awesome.
Yeah, he does look fantastic.
Yeah, it looks exactly like he should.
Yeah, it's just weird to be so excited for the Marvel, but DC, you just don't care.
Because I'm a DC fan. I love DC, but I know that they lack movies. Mm-hmm. But their animated stuff's awesome.
Yeah, as long as they keep making the animated stuff, Tim Burton. I mean,
yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Bruce Tim, just keep doing that stuff.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that's enough of that.
Yes.
Do we have your drunken thought on hand?
I did not get this ready after.
Well, while we're waiting, so we're going to be doing the Bloodborne Twitch this upcoming Saturday. So if you listen to this, it'll be next Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna
just read it because I can't get to it.
No, I'm gonna get up.
Okay.
I'm getting up. Oh.
So we're going to be doing the Bloodborne Twitch this Saturday. I hope you guys can join us. We'll update you with a time through Facebook and Twitter, so just keep an eye on it. But we're going to try to hopefully start early in the day.
Yeah, because we are going to do the whole thing.
We're going to do the whole game. And all I can say is we're going to be playing it like gentlemen.
Yes, we will be fighting like gentlemen.
Yes, for sure, the whole thing. And what we're thinking is we're going to obviously beat the game. It's going to be a long time stretch, but if you stick around, there's going to be a point in the cast where we're going to give you a secret word, and you're going to have to shoot us an email at flockofgeeksgaming@gmail.com, and we'll remind you on the Twitch. And whoever sends in an email within, we'll say a 30-minute or an hour time frame, we're going to gather them all up, and we're going to randomly pick someone and contact you and ship you the game. Bloodborne. I know Dark Souls 3 is coming out soon, but Bloodborne is one of the best games ever, so you should have it.
And we want it to be our first Twitch.
Yeah, I agree. So we're going to do that. So look forward to that. It's going to be on Saturday. Once we have an official time, we will post it on Facebook and Twitter.
Probably around noonish, I would think.
Yeah.
If we're going to beat the whole game.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm very excited for that, and it should be fun.
Yeah, well, you'll get to see his fight on whose turn it is and everything like that. It should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Okay, so we got the Kester Drunken Thought. Okay.
Okay.
So, here we go. I got drunk and steal Silent Hill 2, and it was fucked Silent Hill 3.
This is just a funny story.
So, let me read it again.
Yeah, let's see if you can get what this one is.
I did get drunk and steal... Oh, your phone went off. Okay. I did get drunk and steal Silent Hill 2, and it was fucked Silent Hill 3.
You got anything?
So I did get drunk and steal Silent Hill 2. So is that a true statement?
That is a true statement.
So you got drunk and stole the game?
Yes, I stole it from someone.
Okay, so not from a store. It was from a friend.
It was from a friend. Not a friend, but I stole it from someone.
Okay, good. You don't steal from friends. You steal from enemies.
Yeah, he was a dude I did not like.
He deserved it then.
Yes.
And it was fucked Silent Hill 3. So it was fucked. I'm guessing because I know you like Silent Hill 2.
Yes.
So it was fucked up, but not as good as Silent Hill 3.
No, you're close there.
Okay.
Okay. So what happened was I was all drunk, and this was years ago, and I was at this.
Was this when Silent Hill 2 came out?
This was after. No, this is after Silent Hill 3 came out.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So I was like, I always had Silent Hill 2, and I couldn't remember what happened to my copy, and I was really drunk, and I was at this dude's house. And he was just friends with a friend of mine. And I hated this guy. And I'm all drunk and I see it. I'm like, he has Silent Hill 2. I'm fucking stealing that. So I stole it. Next morning, I get up and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play Silent Hill 2.
Oh, man.
Open the case. And inside the case is Silent Hill 3. And I was so sad. So depressing. I tried to steal one of the best games of all time, and I got a mediocre Silent Hill 3.
What?
I wanted to go back to the guy's house and yell at him.
I know. It's like, I stole this from you, and you're...
And it's the wrong game.
You're such an idiot. I couldn't even steal the right game.
Yeah.
Maybe that was his, defense.
Yeah, he knew someone was going to try and steal it. So
It's yeah.
Who puts Silent Hill 3 in a Silent Hill 2 case, though?
I wonder if, I'm laughing. I'm thinking this guy got Silent Hill 2 from a GameStop, and they gave him Silent Hill 3.
I hope that's what happened.
And he thought it was Silent Hill 2 the whole time.
Yeah, he could have.
He's like, well, I don't see the big deal about Silent Hill 2. It's kind of sucks.
Yeah. I was so disappointed because I love Silent Hill 2, and I still don't have a copy of it. But every time I have the case, I look at that case and I'm like, oh, Silent Hill 2, and I open it, Silent Hill 3. That's right, because I went through all my old games when I moved, and I'm like,
Oh, I didn't know I had Silent Hill 2.
that's exactly what happened.
Because I don't.
I was like, oh yeah, Silent Hill 2. I don't know I had this. Then I opened it and I'm like, oh, that's right. That's what happened.
I like how he got you twice.
Yeah, he got me twice.
Fucker.
Yeah, that was my drunk thought.
That is a funny story.
Yeah, it was one of the worst things.
That's
ever.
hilarious. Now I want to like put all my games in different cases.
Yeah, because like when I steal one, I want to steal the right game.
I'll put like Bloodborne in my knack and knack in my Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I got Bloodborne. It's knack.
Oh man. Yeah, that was just one of the funniest things ever. I was so excited. I was like, yes, I finally have Silent Hill 2. No, I do not. I have Silent Hill 3. And it's such a vastly inferior game.
That's fantastic.
Like Silent Hill 3 is not a bad game, but when you compare it to 2, it's not good.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's a good thought, man.
Yeah.
I think we'll end there.
Yeah, do you have anything else for this week?
No, I just really want to play Street Fighter.
Yeah, I do want to play some
So,
Street Fighter.
let's go do that.
Let's play Street Fighter.
Okay, so thanks everyone for listening. You can follow us on Twitter. Please like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube.
Yeah, it helps us out, people.
And like you can also go on the Twitch, Flocky Geeks Gaming, and you can follow us and you can get updates for when we officially start if you want to do that way.
Yeah, because the Bloodborne will be the first one, but we're planning on a bunch of them. And I will personally just be doing a lot of Twitch.
Yeah.
As soon as I get internet.
Me too. I mean, I just kind of want to do it together at first, and then we can do our own thing.
And I'm also thinking when Dark Souls 3 comes out, we should do one where the first time we play the game is we play it together and we're arguing about who gets to play and which ways to go.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that would be great.
Yeah,
and we will not look at anything. We will just jump in.
And I think we should take turns on deaths.
Yeah,
that could be interesting.
Oh yeah,
because you'd be like, you're still going. I haven't died yet. Like I don't know if we could do that with Bloodborne because I'm too good at it now.
Yeah,
with you, but the way being that we're going to be playing as gentlemen, I think we are taking a hard route through the game. So
yeah, and the other thing too is we've both played it enough.
Yeah,
and I don't even care. Like I could sit there and watch you play it,
vice versa. Yeah,
so it doesn't matter to me. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what we want to do.
Yeah. So
okay, cool.
All right, let's play Street Fighter.
All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.